All right, YouTubers, welcome back. My name's Dave, like always, and you found do it yourself, do it right. Well, got my American flag hat on. You know, I recently found it. It was lost in Charlene's swing arm bag, and you know, I figured why not wear it. And you know, I got my Classic Octane shirt on. A little shout out to Tyler down there in Texas. You know, he does pretty awesome things. If you haven't checked out his YouTube channel, he does some pretty awesome things with CB550s. He's kind of getting a little off topic with his Corvette, but you know, whatever. You know, he's having fun, and that's what counts. So today, as you can see, you know, got the old XL175 out, and boy, let me tell you, you know, all good things must come to an end. And you know, this video is it. This is the last video on the rebuild, getting running of the XL175 here. And you know, let's get into it right now. All right, you know, if you guys remember way back, you know, the end of summer, last summer, beginning of fall, you know, I picked this bike up, and the whole idea of this bike was to basically show you the process of getting one of these old Hondas or Yamaha or Suzuki, whatever you fancy, getting it back up and running, rideable, streetable, so you can go down the road, and you know, you don't have to really worry about, you know, well, I mean, I guess you always have to worry about breaking down on an old bike, but you get the point. You know, the whole purpose was to show you the process, and that, you know, it's not that difficult to try and get these bikes going again. You know, there's a, you know, a lot goes into it, and, you know, obviously I think this is like episode number 11, maybe 12. Yeah, so that was the whole purpose, and that's the whole purpose of my channel. If you guys are just catching this one for the first time, you know, the whole purpose of my channel is, you know, to show you guys that it's not hard to get some, you know, an old bike, or, you know, to work on your car or other bikes, or, you know, your daily driver. You know, that's the whole point of this channel, is to, you know, to get you guys to realize that you don't always have to run to the shop. And that was the whole purpose behind this this 175 here. And you know, I just want to take, you know, quick minute and you know, go over everything that I've done before I really put her out on the road, and try to put some miles on it. And then I think eventually I'm gonna sell it. You know, I got a whole garage full. I'm full. You know, winter's coming, so I think eventually this is gonna go on the for sale site, you know, the whole Facebook marketplace, and you know, see if I can get some money out of it, really. So without further ado, you know, let me take you on a little walk around, and I'll, you know, link videos to the videos where I did all of this stuff. All right, so I'm gonna start right up here in the front. You know, a bunch of work just right here in the front. You know, I got a new tire. I went over the brakes. I did new fork seals, obviously new fluid in there as well. Now I did not do those seals on a video, because I already have a video of rebuilding fork seals. Link to that video is up here. I did it on a CB360, but you know, these forks are the exact same, the way they come apart. They're not the exact size and everything else is that, but they come apart and they go back together the exact same way. So up here, you know, I went through all of the wiring, and when I mean all of the wiring, the previous owner of this bike, he redid the wiring, put these waterproof connectors, whatever the hell they are, and you know, they're not the greatest, but they work. I would have preferred them to leave it stock, but you know, he did that. So there was some gremlins that I went through and found and fixed. I'll link to that video. I'm only gonna be able to link 5 videos, so link to that wiring video if you want to check that out. Up here, you know, it had some floppy mirrors, so I put some mirrors on it, you know, to make it you know, more streetable, you know, safer, so you can see behind you. And then you know, let's see, in that same video I did the muffler, the exhaust, you know, put this guy on here because what he had on was like a little shorty pipe, and it was just, it wasn't going to get it done basically. And you know, I put this one on, and also I had to do some work to it to muffle it down. And if you see down in there, I made my own little baffle, and you know, I put the baffle in there to quiet it down because, you know, nobody wants to be riding around, you know, the trails and, you know, picturesque landscape and have this crazy obnoxious loud 175. It just, you know, it wasn't going to work for me, so I had to do that. And then, you know, I did a seat cover. You know, I got this cover off from Evil Bay. You know, there was a whole bunch of them. I think it was like 30 or 40 bucks. I should mention, for the people that are, this is the first one they're catching also, this bike was also meant to show you how cheap you can bring one of these back together. So, you know, I didn't go and splurge and buy a new gas tank because this one had dents and marks and stuff in it. You know, I didn't go and buy the most expensive trail, you know, road tires. You know, I didn't buy the most expensive shocks for the back here. You know, they're a decent set. I got those from Common Motors. But yeah, that was the whole other purpose, is to show you that you can do these bikes on a budget. I don't even have $2,000 into this bike. To be 100% honest with you, I don't even have $2,000 in this whole build, buying the bike and putting it all together. Now, if you had to take it to the shop and have somebody else do it, then yeah, you would definitely be up over $2,000 with labor. But you know, that's why you got to do it yourself. Continuing on, you know, I bought these 175 stickers off from Evil Bay as well. So, you know, you can, you know, put those on there. I didn't do anything with the chain other than clean it. Everything else, yep, nope, all that's the same. Points are the same. I did, you know, in a video show you how to adjust the points and get it back into time. You know, link to that video around here, around my head. Of course, the new tire in the back. I got the new tire in the front. New tubes with that as well. Like I said, new shocks, because the old ones, they were blue and they just were not gonna go with what I got going on here with the gray and the black. So they were blue, and you know, I'm saving them for another project, maybe sometime down the road. You know, you never throw your spare parts away. And you know, I don't know if I've said this in a previous video with this bike, but I did break the cam chain tensioner when I was doing the carb tuning. And you know, I had to go in here and take this bolt out, take this cover off. You can fish the cam chain tensioner down and out. And the reason why I say you never throw your old parts away is because the guy that I got this bike from, he saved on it just like I did, just like I do. And he had an old cam chain tensioner in there, and you know, an old one is better than a broken one. So, you know, why not? Threw it up in there, it works. So continuing on, I didn't really do anything other than just clean it up a little bit. I did have a little bit of oil splatterage that I gotta clean up from this mess. But other than that, let's see, paint job. This bike was 3 different colors when I started, so I had to, you know, at least make it all match, and I did the right thing, and I, you know, bought some spray paint, some gray, I was actually hoping that it was going to be a lighter gray, not so much of this, I guess, I don't know what they call this, USS Navy gray, or I don't know what the heck they call this gray. But it's darker than I wanted originally, but it works. It's okay. It's fine. It goes with the black. And then what else have I done? Of course, the carburetor. Which, by the way, I have the pod filter off from it currently. I gotta get another one. The carburetor, and I took some flack for this with my carburetor tuning video. Link to this one over here. You know, people are like, well, why are you trying to tune a carburetor that doesn't go to your motorcycle? And, you know, I said exactly what I just said earlier, and that was, well, because I'm trying to do this on a budget, and I'm not trying to buy a new carburetor for the bike. Or I'm not trying to try and locate all the pieces to the old carburetor that I have that's in a box up in the attic, and, you know, it's missing about everything. So, you know, I've got the carburetor dialed in. It's good. You can do it. It's just, you know, it takes time. You know, it takes back and forth. Get on the bike, take it down the road, give her a ride, you know. There's a lot of tinkering involved with tuning a carburetor, especially if you're tuning a carburetor with a pod filter. So not only did I tune a carburetor that didn't belong on the bike, I tuned a carburetor that didn't belong on the bike using a pod filter. People will tell you that you can't use a pod filter, and, well, I beg to differ. Yes, it is a pain in the neck trying to get it all tuned in, but once you get it, it's, you know, it's good, you know. So don't be afraid to try to tune a pod filter, even though it doesn't have a pod filter on it currently. And let's see, you know, the horn, got the horn to work. Painted the you know, the header pipe, and I did that with the rest of the paint job, all in the same video. I even put a little battery tender thing on it so I can keep the battery charged up while she's sitting in the garage. New spark plug. I did go to I believe there's a 9 in there, an NGK BR9 ES. It seems to run better. I had a bunch of 8s. I even had a 7, to be honest with you. And I tried the 7, I tried the 8, and I put the 9 in there. I was like, well, why not? You know, trying everything else, why not try a 9? So I put the 9, and it just, I don't know, maybe, it just seems to run better. Of course, I've been pulling it in and out to make sure, making sure that it's tuned up correctly. Got a nice chocolate milky look on the plug, so you know, it's there. Let's see what else. You know, I had to adjust the throttle cable a little bit. Oh, the clutch. The very last thing that I was gonna do was I was gonna replace the clutch pack, but I was searching around upstairs in all my extra parts, and there was an old clutch pack. And so when I pulled the other side cover off, I looked at the clutch pack, and it was brand new. So I didn't change the clutch, and hence the reason why this is the last video. I did do the oil change, you know, flushed it out, put some new oil in there. I didn't think that you needed to you know, see that part of the oil change. Wasn't that big of a deal. If you need a video, you know, let me know. Put a comment in the block below if you need a video how to change the oil in one of these little guys. It's, you know, there's a plug, you pull it, it drains, you fill it up. It's, you know, just like changing your oil and anything else. But yeah, so that's about it. That's what I've done, and it's taken me, you know, months to do it. Only because there's been, you know, a lot of change in my life, moving, working, you know, and you know, this isn't a full-time job for me. This is a hobby. This is a fun. YouTube is hobby for me. All right, so I kind of touched on it earlier, and I want to go over a little bit, and that's you know, my plans for this bike. It's it's August in New York, and you know, right around the corner it's gonna be fall and then winter, and you know, it's not a lot of opportunity to ride in the wintertime, obviously. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this bike over to my mom's on the trailer, because this sucker only, you know, it tops out at about 45, 50 with my big butt on it. And you know, to cross over to, you know, to ride down the main road to my parents' house, it needs to go faster. So I'm going to throw it on a trailer, and I'm going to take it over to my parents because they live on a dirt road. And you know, I'm just going to ride it over there. I'm just going to, you know, go over there and ride it down the seasonal road, and you know, have some fun with it, put some miles on it, get some really good shakeout time on it. And then maybe this fall I'm gonna try to put it online and sell it. And you know, my daughter wants to get into motorcycling, and she wants it, but the reason why I don't want to let her loose on it is because it really only wants to go 45, 50 miles an hour. And where she is down south, you got to go faster than that. You know, she needs she would need a bigger bike. She would need at least a 350 or a 360 to be able to ride it on the roads and basically be safe. This thing, you know, it's small. It's you know, it's just not something that you want to ride on main roads. So I think that's the reason why I'm just going to I think I'm gonna let it go to somebody that's gonna enjoy it. It's gonna ride it. That's gonna not just let it sit in their garage because they have 4 other bikes in there. And you know, that's the other reason is I'm quickly running out of space in my garage. You know, I just recently went down, picked up my Mustang and drove it back. And yeah, there's of course I could rearrange the garage a little bit better and make some more space, and that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm still a little tight on space. So unfortunately, this beautiful girl is gonna have to go. For those of you that might be interested in purchasing this bike, this you know, 1974, I'd like to show you how easy it starts. You know, obviously put my hand on the header pipe, it's cold, you know, it's stone cold. It hasn't ran in probably, I don't know, 5 days, a week, maybe, somewhere around there. So we'll see how easy she starts up. Turn the key on, make sure she's on. I mean, I can give her some choke. Now let's let her rip. Oh, look at that, first kick. And that's it, folks. You know, what was it, 4 kicks? And if I was quicker on the throttle, it would have been 1 kick. And you know, she sits here and she purrs like a kitten. I can't complain about the way it runs. You know, it runs really it runs nice. It starts easy. You know, it's a good little bike. It would definitely make somebody a nice little you know, back and forth to town if you live out in the country or around the farm. It would definitely make a nice bike for that. You know, all the lights work, the horns work, the horn works, you know, the blinkers, stoplight, everything works as it should. And you know, I'm actually going to be a little sad to see this one go. I really do enjoy this bike. All right, folks, so there you go. You know, you heard it run. It's done. You know, put a fork in it. It's done. And you know, the only thing I'm going to do is ride it until it sells. And you know, if you're interested, you know, hit me up. My email is in the description below. diydaveb@gmail.com. You know, throw a comment in the video if you're interested. You know, it's you know, I'm gonna give somebody a good deal on a bike that's you know, it's been gone through. It's not 100% perfect. Obviously there's dents in the tank. You know, it is what it is. And if you go back and watch all the videos, all the episodes, you know, you can see the transformation, and you'll be able to see what, you know, if anything you want to change. You know, it's up to you. At that point, it'd be your bike. So, you know, maybe the next time you see this bike, it'll be me on it, going down the road, you know, laughing the whole time, having a great time. So, you know, I think that's gonna do it for this final XL 175 video. It's been real. It's been fun. Sometimes it's been real fun. Sometimes it's kind of been a pain, but that's it. That's the bike. Like you guys do at the end of all my videos, like, tag, share, follow, subscribe, hit the notification bell when you want to know when I'm dropping new videos, which is every Thursday at 6 p.m. And you know, like always, till next time, thanks a lot.